Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Are you using a super visa to bring your parents and grandparents to Canada? This episode might be for you. Well, in this episode, we'll discuss super visa. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. PGP 2022 lottery results are now available. If you didn't get a PGP ITA this year, you might want to think about applying for a super visa to bring your grandparents and parents to Canada for up to 10 years. The much sought after invitation to apply for the 2022 Parents and Grandparents program has been awarded through a lottery. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada released 23,100 ITAs this year, intending to receive 15,000 full applications. Please be aware that the super visa program still allows you to bring your parents and or grandparent to Canada even if you weren't one of the fortunate 23,100 sponsors to receive an ITA this year. Now, let us talk about the super visa program, eligibility and application process. So, a breakdown of the basic eligibility criteria for the super visa. 1. Be at least 18 years old. 2. Be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. 3. Reside in Canada at the time of application and when parents or grandparents are expected to arrive. 4. Be in good financial standing. Individuals that are sponsored and travel to Canada must 1. Being a parent or grandparent of a PR or Canadian. 2. Obtain a super visa from a country other than Canada. 3. Have an invitation letter from the sponsored grandchild or kid who lives in Canada. For proof that the kid or grandchild satisfies the low-income cutoff, LICO minimum should be provided in writing. 5. Have documentation of the parent-child or grandparent relationship, such as a birth certificate naming the sponsor as the parent. 6. Print their visa outside of Canada, wait for visa office instructions. 7. Able to enter Canada, including not being criminally or medically inadmissible. 8. An immigration medical examination. 9. Possess medical insurance from a Canadian insurance provider with a minimum 1-year validity from the date of entrance, at least 100,000 CAD in emergency coverage, and documentation demonstrating full payment of the medical insurance. 10. Have a letter that is signed and includes the following 3 things from your kid or grandchild inviting you to Canada. 11. A promise of financial support for the length of your visit. 12. The list and number of people in the household of this person. 13. A copy of this person's Canadian citizenship or permanent resident document. The steps to apply for a super visa are: first, prepare your documents. Second, apply online via IRCC's portal. Before applying, candidates must register with IRCC and log in. Next, finish the online form by providing all the necessary information to get a document checklist before paying the application price. For applicants who are unable to apply online owing to a handicap or because they are traveling with an identification or travel document that was granted to a refugee, a stateless person, or a non-citizen, paper applications are still available. Now, the benefits of the super visa. The super visa's advantages are mostly related to how long it is valid. With the super visa, sponsored parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens or permanent residents can visit their relatives in Canada for up to 5 years at a time without needing to renew their visas. Sponsored persons with an active super visa may also apply for a visa extension that gives them up to 7 years of visiting status in Canada. Last but not least, the super visa, through visa extensions, also allows parents and grandparents to enter Canada several times for a period of up to 10 years. On July 4, 2022, the above-mentioned extended super visa deadlines came into effect. Before that date, the program only permitted sponsored people to enter Canada for a maximum of 2 years. Additional chronological information is as follows. Any super visa applicant who arrived in Canada on a valid visa before July 4 will not have their valid duration of stay increased, unless they depart the country before and return after this date. This would provide a border services officer the option of granting the person a longer stay, up to 5 years. An alternative is to apply for a super visa extension for up to 2 more years if the candidate is already within Canada. 1 people who submitted a super visa application on or after July 4, 2022. 2 people whose applications were approved after July 4, 2022. 3 applicants whose applications were accepted before July 4, 2022, provided they reached Canada after this date. Other advantages of the super visa program in Canada include: there are always available visas. The freedom for sponsored people to move about between their home nation and Canada without having to worry about applying for a TRV again, for those in countries that require a TRV for entry to Canada. Receiving a document allowing them to enter Canada for a maximum of 2 years, for those in countries that do not require TRVs for Canadian entry. That is all we have for today, in this episode. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know, in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire episode. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.